Warm welcome, it's Vanessa filming for Carolyn's Musings on YouTube and Etsy and One Way Journals on Facebook. Okay, so what we've got for you today is this beautiful journal series. It's the April Devotional, and Carolyn once again has made it in a one for her and one for him. So I've had lots of fun in putting them together. And so the binding for these is actually where we punch a hole in and tie some ribbon, and it's just tied up the top there. This one we've got with some of that twine there, and then hopefully you can see the beautiful lace and embellishments she's popped up, and then some lace on the front. Now with this, it's absolutely gorgeous. Carolyn, thank you so much for designing this. It is just stunning. I love the blues and the yellow, and then of course it's got a theme of spending quiet time with the Lord. You'll be able to see that here, lots of little pop-up bits that Carolyn knows that I do that in my journals, and so this kit has got loads of little fussy cuts that you can pop up on 3D tape and give your journal a bit of dimension. And then of course it's got beautiful scripture in here. Now when you go to print these, it doesn't matter what order you print them in. There's no specific order, so you don't need to stress about that. Now I'd like to give a shout out to Laurie from the Crafting Auntie. We will put her channel, and hopefully I can link her video in the description box. She on the Facebook group shared a couple of days ago that she's made a version of this, and she flips through all the pages that are in it, the ephemera, etc. So if you want to see exactly what's printed on each page, please go check out her video. She's already done that, so I'm not going to do it again in this video. But what I will do is I will show you how and what is in the mail kit. So let me go flip over to that one right now, have a look at that, and then at the end we'll do a flip through both of them. Let's have a look what's in the men's kit. So this is the cover, which is fantastic. Mine went a little bit skew whiff, but that's okay. We'll try and fix that up. And then this one as well. So this could be the inside cover of your journal. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm only doing one signature, so I might change the spine a little bit on this one, but that would be great for a spine if you're going to do two signatures. And then this is one of the backing papers. So that's fantastic, and this one as well. And then we've got these great pages of ephemera. So we've got a large pocket, this one. Now I didn't print on the back because the only thing that needs backing is this one, so I'll back that one separately. And then there's this one. So once again, there's pockets. It's only this one I need to back, and I'll print something for that. And then we've got this one, so a little notelet, some short tags, and the envelope there. And then this is the cover of my signature. Now the way that I've done this is I have printed all of these pages, the devotional pages. I've printed all of them front to back, so you'll see that throughout. But then what I did was and I'll show you when I put it together why. This one is one of the pages. It doesn't matter which order you print them in. They're not in order, designed that way. So don't stress too much about that. So I've printed this one on the back, and then I want this in the center of my signature, so I've printed one of the pages on the back of that one, so that's going to sit like that. Okay, so let me go cut these all out, and then we'll quickly put the cover together and then bind this, and it will be pretty simple. Okay, so I've cut everything out, and I've pretty much put a lot of it together just because I'm running out of time and busy week ahead with work, etc. So what I've done is I've just got some craft coloured cardstock, and I created a half an inch spine. Now A4 card in Australia is a little bit wider in Australia, so it's about 3/4 of an inch, I think, longer. So your measurements might be a little bit different. Yeah, it's about 3/4 of an inch. But so that's how I've created the spine there, and I've already put on my front cover. I've just gone around the craft card with some espresso dark brown ink. put on the front and the back, and then I've put my metal corners on, and then this one here I've just put some mounting tape underneath to give it that 3D effect. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to strengthen my spine, and so what I've done is, because I cut this in half, I've cut another strip like this. And what I did was I measured it correctly, then scored the center, and then didn't realize that the front section here is a little bit shorter than it goes over further on this side. I'm not going to cut it again. I actually think I'm just going to leave it. It's a little bit short there, but I can run a bit of twine or something down there. And then I've cut off a little bit on the front because it went over too far, and I might just stick that there. It's going to be okay. All right, so just wanted to show you what I'm doing with this cover. So as you can see, there's my measurement, but as I said, you'll notice that the front is shorter than the back. So just keep that in mind when you go to do yours. If you want to copy and do something similar to this. Okay, I'm just going to glue the whole lot. And so this is just going to reinforce the spine, because I was a little bit concerned that, yeah, it just needed something. Okay, so I'm just going to press that there. Okay, and then that comes over here. And look, it's not really that noticeable that I've messed up a bit there, but let's just see if I glue this, if this will be okay. Does that measure up? Maybe it goes the other way. Yeah, it does. Shall I do it? I will. Just do this little strip. Whoops. Okay. Oops, try and get that even, just to butt along there. Okay, luckily because it's got that pattern, crisscross pattern tartan, it's not really that noticeable. Okay, so that's that, and then what I want to do is I want to strengthen the inside as well. So I've chosen this on the inside. As I've said, I've cut it in half, and I've already sort of done all my decorating just because I'm running out of time, so I've just sort of stuck this pocket down. I've put this on here, and then oops, I squeezed too hard here. So this one's a bit skew width, but it's just 2 eyelets that I've just squeezed down and then glued that on. And then with the tag here, I've just sort of backed it and then put some twine here, and then a bolt pin with Jesus and a cross on it. Hopefully that, yep, that will go back in there. Okay. All right, so what I want to do is I've bent it this way this time, and that's going to sit in here. So the best way to do is actually glue down your centers first, your center first, and then the sides. And so this is just going to give us a bit more stability with this cardstock. I was a bit concerned. So I've just used one of the backing papers for this, for the spine and for the center here. Oops. Let's hope I'm just checking it on that side, Hopefully that's okay. And then we just glue one side and then the other. Make sure that bends okay, and then we'll do the other one. Okay. Oops, I ran my glue over a little bit. Just be careful with your glue. Okay, all right, and then just bend that. See, that's popping up a little bit. Now you should let that dry but I'm being impatient. Okay. Oh, I meant to punch my holes in actually. I want to punch 2 eyelets in, and I meant to do that before I put both pieces on because it's actually a little bit harder to see the center when you've got a pattern. A lot easier to see when you've just got that cardstock bottom. Okay. All right, let's just hope for the best. So we can see there. Just want to make sure, and I have measured this. Let's pray that it works properly. On that side, and then on this side. Whoops. See what I mean with the tartan? It's a bit hard to tell. It's a lot easier with the cardstock if you do that first and then punch the hole through the other way. But that's okay. And we're just going to try and make that a little bit bigger. And just put the eyelets in. There we go. And then the other one. Okay, now with the female version of this, I used ribbon. Obviously I don't want to use ribbon for men, so we might use a bit of black elastic or some twine. We'll just see how we go. Right, now that I've got that in, I couldn't put this back pocket on until that piece had gone on, so you can see there. Okay, now this is the side pocket here. I actually have got this on the reverse, and I think I like the darker. This is one of the backing papers, so I think I'll actually turn it over and we will glue this down here. All right, so just got to make sure that it measures okay. So just 3 sides, and I'll show you where the other pockets go once we've got the signature in. Okay, and then, sorry, just excuse me for measuring again. I just want to make sure I've got it there. We'll just put it there. Whoops. There we go. Just make sure it's on that side of the crease. Okay, that should be good. And then I've got this journal card, and I've just put that restful interlude on the side, and that will just go in there like that. Okay, so that's that one. Now let's have a look at our signature. So if you haven't done this before, what I've done, I've already done it on some of these where I've punched a hole. I need to do it for this one just to show you. And there's my pockets on the back. So what I've done is I've just created a bit of a template, so the holes match up here. You can see that there. And then this is where I've measured, I've just put the T for top, and what I've done is just pulled it down like this, grabbed a pencil, and I've got a couple of pieces together, so you can get about 5. You can punch it, and I just sort of colour in half a circle there. Oops, need to move that down a bit, sorry. There, and then I colour in half a, just to make it easier to see it on this tartan, half a circle on there. So hopefully you can see that there and there. And then what I do is get the punch and do half a circle like that, and then half a circle like this. Hang on, there we go. Oops. Okay, there we go. So that's all my signatures, and I'll put these ones back in here. And then what I need to do, let's see with this twine, where did I had a piece. Okay, I'm going to see if I like this. That's interesting. That one didn't punch. These ones didn't punch enough. So you can see here there's the hole there. So it should look like that. This one seems to have missed a bit. So I'm going to go back and do that again, just a bit bigger. And it's not fitting through. If you do too many pages, it sort of pushes it out a bit. Oh, you know why? I'm doing a smaller punch hole. That's why it's not coming through. Use the bigger one on this. That'll help. You'll notice that the pages on the inside push out that way, so that's why the holes aren't as big. So you might want to do less pages. So maybe 3 would be enough, I think. Okay, I'm just going to thread this, and then I'll come back and show you the flip through. So what I'm going to do is just go through all the pages, thread it through here, and then thread it through this through these eyelets here, and then tie it. Okay, let's have a look at this finished. So I'm sorry it's not too much of a tutorial, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So I got all the pages, and if you don't like it tied with twine, you can use elastic. I've just done it in a bow and knotted the ends. If not, it can just be a tie. So as I said, the mounting tape there, it's got metal corners. We've got the pocket at the front here with the eyelets and a dangle here, so writing there. And then this is the cover of the signature. And so as you can see, you've got your verse on the left and the notes on the right, and that goes all the way through. Doesn't matter how you print them. And then here's the center, prayer requests, which I love having that in the center, so it's easy to find. And then we go back to scripture and the notes. And so we keep flicking through, and then we get to, this is the last page of the signature. And so here's the little envelope. And so I haven't glued it down, I've just kept it open, and it's got a little notelet in here. So there is a sheet that is like the female one that says time spent with Jesus. Is it time spent with God? With the Lord. And there's a male version of that, so they can be extra things that you can put on your ephemera. And then this is the little pocket. So this little one, if you haven't done this before, this one glues down 3 sides on this backing piece, and then that backing piece is glued down 3 sides, and you've got a pocket behind, and then you've got one here. And so, oops, that way. There we go. And then morning watch, I've just added that there. This is the side pocket with this. That's that piece that I just backed with this. And I've realized that's upside down. Oopsie daisy, maybe check. That's got the bigger bit there, and then my words are here. Oh well, that's okay. So that just goes in there. So pretty simple. And then just that on the back. Okay, so there's that one. Now, I'm sure you've been waiting to have a look at this one. So hopefully, if I stand up, hopefully you can see everything on there. You can see the lace pieces, etc. So it has been bound the same way, but it's got the eyelets, the floral eyelets there, and I've also put lace over the top, so you can see that there. There's butterfly there and there. This is the washed out design, so I printed off a couple of these brighter flowers. I liked it as a pop underneath, and then I've layered lace and layered down here like with her petticoat, and layered, hopefully you can see the lace that's on there. Okay, and then what I did was I cut out this bit of lace and put it down the bottom. What I did was I cut a strip, but I would advise that if you're going to do it, cut out the shapes, because I could see the strip So that's why I've put this here, and then some florals just to hide the strip a little bit. So I've actually cut out each, like the scallop bit on tags, which you'll see in a minute. Okay, so open up, and what I've done is loaded tags. And so here we go. So these were, I think these were part of pockets, like the flip pockets that go in the extra folio, the Ko-fi members one. And so this one, I've just added some of those. They were backed with that pattern. So I've just sort of put them in here. And then you can write on the back of those and write on the back of that. Same with this one. It's a tag here with a little pocket. And then that was like a little envelope that I just cut down and backed and stuck that in there. So this is all about using this kit in a different way. So there we go. So those, and then I've layered a strip of that lace. I've actually cut the scallops out, put it on the top, and then put it down the bottom so it matches up. There we go. And then this was one of the tags. Oh, this is a doily from Women in the Bible series, and I think this one is Rahab. That little doily is from there. And then this was one of the journal cards in the kit. And so what I did was I just layered up a whole bunch of flowers, and then this little bird is from Ruth and Naomi. And so just that little fussy cut, and then one of those flip envelopes, I've just used the tab off the top to put it on there. And time spent with the Lord is like a sweet melody. So I was thinking if you've got a little bird or something like that in your stash, you could use that. And then I've just sort of layered some lace butterfly on the back. So there we go, that's there. And then this one here, I made my own pocket by reprinting this page, and you can see that there I've just cut out the Bible there, and I've mounted with 3D tape the little flower there and also there. And I also, Carolyn has done a beautiful job. She knows I love to cut out little shapes and put them on as tuck spots or 3D bits. This one wasn't, but I cut it out anyway and redid that one. So that's 3D there, tape there, and then of course it's there as well, the mounting tape. Then I've put some of these little ones again in the back here. And then this was one of the tags. There we go, one of these that's backed. And then this is a top, you could use it as a top tuck. I just stuck it down the bottom here. And then this little piece, I've grabbed it from a page from Ruth and Naomi and just shrunk it down a little bit, and then just put a fussy cut on the back. And it was slipping out a little bit, so that's why I've just sort of tucked it in with a little paper clip. Okay, so that goes there. And this one is from Ruth and Naomi. So the sheet that Carolyn has provided in this devotional has time spent with the Lord is like, and then this one said a wellspring of peace that never runs dry. So I thought the imagery of this water from the fountain, wellspring, and then peace with the dove, that's a fussy cut, that is from Ruth and Naomi as well. So just encourage you to use maybe some kits you might have in your stash that you can use those. So that goes there, and then just put some lace on the front page. And then here we go, all the scriptures on the left, the notes are on the right. And so you will see that all the pages have been used a decal edge, and I've inked them using frayed burlap. And then if you don't know what decal is, you might have a decal ruler. I've got some decal pattern scissors like that, and I've just gone around the whole edge to do that. Okay, and so we get to the center. Once again, the prayer requests, and I've put lace on either side, and you can see the ribbon that's down the center. And then when we get to the last page, I've put lace as well. Okay, so we've got more loaded pockets, and what I did here was actually a boo-boo. So this page here had a bit of ink. I don't know how I got a bit of blue ink on it, but I did. So I reprinted the page, cut it out and glued 3 sides. And then the little booklet that is a standalone that Carolyn has offered, you will be able to see it on Laurie's video at the Crafting Auntie. She will put the link down in the description box to her video. This is a free for the Ko-fi members, for Carolyn's Musings Ko-fi members. So the link will be down below. It's a standalone with a spine with flip envelopes in it. What I did was I folded it in half, and then it had the spine. So what I did was I just put 2 eyelets in and printed some dotted paper, put it in, and the eyelets are holding it closed. And then time spent with the Lord is like a seed planted in faith that grows into unshakable joy. Just put a fussy cut from one of the pockets. I think I cut it apart. And so that's just created another little notebook that can go in a little pocket in here. So it's a different way to use that standalone. I've deconstructed the flip envelopes that go inside it, and use that throughout the journal, and then that little booklet's there. And then I've just reprinted this little bit to create another little pocket on the top. Put some fussy cut butterflies that are just glued down. You know, always just do the center and then the wings pop up, and then that's 3D mounting tape on there. Okay, so this is one of the flip envelopes that's inside that that folio. If you're a little bit lost and don't know what I'm talking about, please go check out the Crafting Auntie Laurie over there. She's done a great video. You'll be able to see it over there. So this was one of them, and they've got little tabs here. And so what I did was I went to Rahab. So I've used, no, I think this one is actually from Hannah. So I've gone to Ruth and Naomi, Hannah and Rahab, and looked at what I could find. I loved that there was some timepieces in it. So this one I just glued on the front and said time spent with the Lord is like, and then when you come in here it says a lantern guiding you through the darkest night. Okay, so there's a little lantern there, and I found that I think this is Rahab, I'm not sure, and Days of Old. This is from Days of Old, this one. So there we go. It just goes back in there. And then you can write on the back there. So that's just a loaded pocket again. Here, Ruth and Naomi, this one says, God restores those who look to him with hope. This was a full page. I just shrunk it down to make a little journal card. And then this one I think is from Rahab as well. And it's like a scroll. So I've just sort of cut that out and pop that in there. And then this one is the pocket with the kit, this beautiful fan. And so once again I've gone to different kits to find different pieces. If there's something in particular that you like and I haven't mentioned it, just comment, and then I'll find out what it is and put it in the reply to your comment. So there's a little timepiece. This is the journal sort of notelet that came with the Ko-fi freebie for subscribers. What I did was I just glued the 2 pieces together to make a journal card. Once again, that lace is sort of scalloped it, cut it out and put it on the front and the back. And then Days of Old, I found this little old telephone on a stand, and so I've just sort of made it into a tag and put the other side of that doily on the back there. So there we go. So it's got loaded pockets at the back. Don't forget to always decorate the back of your journals. I love these flowers. I think I might print some more and cut them out and just sort of put them in on my desk with my stash. The pop of color, I just love that as well. Okay, so there we go. There's the 2 together. Beautiful devotional journals. And yeah, they were gorgeous to make, and I actually can't wait to get into it. I love that that you can use them at any time of the year, and they're beautiful gifts to give to people as well. So I will leave it there. Busy week ahead. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.